we get into Fortress Alliance, let's see what happens in this first match.
Luna coming through, of course, with the diamond head pick. That is a Caspian crossover. You see right away, I'm not sure if he's focusing exclusively on the Katars so far. He threw away the gauntlets. Not sure if that was to just deny a possible weapon pickup from megd or whether he wants to stick with those. Signatures already coming out. That's one of the things in the kit where your occasional top player will be like, hey, why nobody playing Caspian right now? His SIGs are kind of nice.
I mean, I've been saying that like all weekend, every time I've seen a Caspian, deceptively long SIGs for all these short weapons that you are using, and wow, okay, good
Beautiful.
stuff right there, yep. But also, I do think he might be favoring the Katars, because when I watched him versus Boomy, it seemed like he was really on Katars a lot too, and there's no reason not to. Katars in a good spot right now, and with one good dodge read, you're doing max damage, so let's get it.
It looks like one of the early options for Luna was going that neutral light into the neutral signature. That's going to cover an up dodge, might even cover a spot dodge if he changes up the timing. First stock going the way of Luna, a little bit under a minute. He's going to grab that one, has his choice of weapons, back over to the Katars. One thing that Katars can kind of struggle with sometimes is getting that knockout. You have the D-Light recovery option when you switch over to the gauntlets. You also have the signature kit to kind of make up for any of those weaknesses that Katars may have.
I mean, you can see Luna just kind of chasing down Meg right now. Meg playing pretty elusive, was trying to get a weapon, actually, threw that away immediately, but back onto the sword. Hopefully he's able to make something happen. That's going to be a weapon toss that misses for Luna as well. Now, unarmed, trying to get past Meg, looking for the jump, not going to get it, but is almost, not even enough right there on the recovery from the ground.
Now, you talked about megd being one of those more defensive players, and I think when Luna didn't have the weapon, that soft platform was on the right side of the stage. You saw Luna up there just waiting for the weapon spawn to come in. You didn't see megd try to push onto him, try to stress that weapon advantage that megd had. That's a part of that defensive play style that you were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely down to chill out for a little bit. I don't think he wants to take too many risks. But as I said, if megd, I think when he does see a risk that's like 90% in his favor, he will take it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
100%. But yeah, right now, these guys scrapping it up. 2 gauntlets out right now. Meg, nice down save. Go ahead and catch that dash in.
Is still a little bit of the lead in favor of Luna so far. Again, we're seeing more of those signatures come out in the just general neutral play, in the string follow-up. There's just a raw side sig he ends up throwing out. megd isn't even in danger of being taken out. That's when you can incorporate those signatures as sort of that threat into just your regular play rather than waiting for red.
Yeah, but also, I mean, he's using that sig that's going to throw him behind as well. So, he did that same side sig to the right at the edge, which is just going to push megd back, on stage, which is not an issue. It's going to be damage, but you can definitely tell Luna's not looking for these stocks just yet. He's going to find it right there, though.
Different follow-up option out of the neutral light. It was the recovery for the KO. Again, Luna holding on to this small lead. Seems to be a little bit more in control overall of this game. Ooh. Nothing megd can't fight back from, but maybe if Luna keeps pushing like that, double recovery coming out, bounce passes the Katars to himself. megd, you see him backing up, being very careful. He has the range advantage, but being a more defensive player, he's not throwing out any attacks, TK.
Not throwing out anything right now. And almost every attack, the few ones that he had thrown out there whiffed. He finally finds himself a downlight recovery, but it's not enough for the stock. Getting chased down again. Luna knows that megd is just trying to get back to neutral and is continuously pushing his advantage state.
It's exactly not this time, like you said earlier, TK. He looks for those 90% hit rate options. He's putting his money into mutual funds. He's not gambling it on individual stocks here and there. megd wants those sure things.
Yeah, but the only thing sure about this one is that he will not be taking that victory as Luna able to do that. And I think, honestly, might have been a JV. Yeah, I don't think he got hit that last one. So that was, what a way to take it. As I said, though, when you're playing against someone in the way that megd will play, megd is very passive. He's not going to take chances. You do kind of have to be the guy who's taking chances and running him down. And I think Luna is, I mean, as far as his risk reward or his 50-50s, he's won most of them. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Even if we look at the overall game count, 17-14 in official tournaments. Based on the previous stats, I don't think anybody has a question in their mind who has the 17 and who has the 14. Of course, Luna's going to start this game. First weapon, it is the gauntlets. Is he going to go for the quick swap? Extends that for the 3-piece. Picks his weapon back up, even though it didn't make a connection. By throwing it up, that kept it in the air so it didn't hit the ground and despawn quickly.
Man, look at the damage.
Oh,
man. Just the weight. I mean, look, Meg is just giving these dodges up for free, and Luna knows that they're coming. He says, I know you're scared. I know you're going to dodge, and I'm going to get even more damage off of that. There it is. Look at that. Where are you going? I'm right with you, bro. I'm stuck on you like a shadow. You can't leave me.
Now, Luna's coming into this one with a 3-1 victory previously over Boomy. That's why Boomy finds himself in the elimination bracket. I'm seeing a possible snowball effect here. If we're looking at the top right, Luna still in the yellow. megd on second stop.
Yeah, Luna definitely not really taking too many hits. megd finally finding a little two-piece right there. Oh, okay. 90%. I knew I was going to hit it, bro. Goes off the edge. I love to see it. You know, megd kind of taking a couple chances here. A little uncharacteristic of him, but he saw the opportunity and took it.
That's one of those rare occurrences that he's like, okay, he's not going to see it coming this time. Talking about that 90%, Val, that move is really strong on any map. It's especially strong on Fortress of Lions because of those small walls. Luna peeks up just a little bit like he did. The side signature comes out.
Okay, Luna getting a couple hits here and there, but he's, oh, it's perfect spot to go for both of those options, actually, but megd is going to be able to avoid that side sig. Now put on a little extra damage himself. That was a pretty big lead that he was able to cut like that.
He's doing a really solid job here with this one. Even though Luna was kind of on top of him like a shadow, maybe megd is Shikamaru out here, able to control that a little bit, bring it back into his favor.
I mean, yeah, it definitely looks like he has kind of figured out the rhythm that he needs to play at. Kind of forcing Luna to the side. Luna, yeah, going to have to get back on stage a little earlier to avoid what could have been another neutral sig. But, ooh.
megd, he has the lead here, not going to quite get the stock yet. Goes back over to the sword, wants to be able to find that one moment to throw out the D-Light into the recovery. Maybe a recovery or just the side air here. The weapon toss just in case. He's able to get back, grab that sword, throwing that one up, grabs the second weapon as well, over back to the sword. That gives him the range advantage. That gives him a little bit more consistency in terms of follow-ups compared to the gauntlets.
Another big chase down here, but yeah, I was like, I'm not sure if we're not really getting a lot of hits on the side of Luna, but he does find two greatest hits right there as he goes double platinum with those. And here it is, he's back into, you know, a one-stock game between each competitor, but he does have a little bit of damage on him, so he's going to have to kind of figure out how to make that up sooner than later.
Back over to the sword, so megd doesn't have to worry about swapping just yet. Luna dicing him up, solid guitar play coming out, gets the spot dodge, doesn't quite have the bottom side of that hitbox to pick up megd with the GC in light. Side light goes through, nice punish from megd, that's 2, that's 3.
Hey, yeah, this is looking a little rough here for Luna, but he is at least able to keep it close on the damage. But Meg, I mean, you can see his elusiveness is like definitely on 10 right now. The amount of things he has been able to avoid and still get hits for.
We're seeing those weapon tosses coming out from Luna. Now, there is a weapon spawn on the stage when he's doing that, so he's not risking too much, but it almost gives me Snowy vibes when, like, Snowy's getting towards the end of the game and is starting to struggle, get a little bit nervous about finishing this one up, throwing out a lot of those weapon tosses, but Luna is calculated. He's doing them when there is a spawn on the stage, so he's not at the disadvantage either way.
Ooh, okay,
that was so close.
That was so close. I like the option, but oh!
No way! Nowhere! DK from the middle of the stage? Are you kidding me? I think he might be surprised. Like, oh my gosh!
Meg's like, bro, I can't believe that hit, bro.
Bro, both of them are shaking their head. I can't believe that. Both of them.
Yeah, I definitely was not expecting that to finish from the end. He's like, yeah.
He's laughing.
Having the greatest time of his life.
Yep, that's why people play Caspian. Man, that's the classic megd look right there. Got the hoodie on, got the strings taut, but not tight. Taut, but not tight. Not all the way through. He's not looking like Kenny. But coming through, you see him all bundled up.
Man, what a way, I mean, what a way to take that game, because it definitely looked like Meg pretty much figured it out.
He scroinked it.
Yeah. But that was a straight up robbery right there, right at the end. Great usage of both sigs that he went for. You know, went for the sides or the neutral sig first. megd just barely sliding over that, put himself in the middle of the stage, and immediately gets side sigged after that. So, yeah, good stuff to Luna as he's up 2-0, right back to Fortress of Lions. megd, I mean, have you actually figured it out now? You know, have to do it, because if you're not able to figure it out in this game, you will be hitting that lower bracket.
Now, you mentioned megd's elusiveness previously, really, except for the end of that game. He's been running around. He's been in and out of the effective range that Luna has, but Luna is opting into the movement speed stance. A good stance for Caspian regardless, but especially here against megd, that gives Luna the ability to chase him down, going onto the stage. That was a really interesting choice that he went with. megd was not anywhere being above him. Maybe that was just a nice little flourish to maybe tempt megd, saying, oh, I burned my dodge, look at my silly option, into the immediate destruction.
Yeah, shock factor. megd's like, what was that? And he's like, actually, it's diversion. I'm just throwing these out. Look at these as I finish this stock. Yep. So, I mean, it worked out in his favor. He's still on his first stock and was able to take Meg's pretty early, all things considered. I mean, barely in the orange. Meg has a lot to make up for, but Meg has also been able to take a couple stocks early. Whoa! Oh, man, just wait a minute, it's a bait.
Not again, megd.
No.
Not again, megd does have the gauntlets, reaching up, takes the stock. And I was looking at the top right thinking, all right, this is a good start for Luna, but then I remember last game, and the lead was taken yet back again from Luna by megd, but then think a little bit further towards last game, and it ultimately didn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's good that megd is not allowing these leads to like fully rack up on him, but at the same time, you know, still has to find that last stock first, and that has escaped him twice now, potentially 3 times if he's not able to take this game, but Luna now pushing him off the... Okay, man, he's been wanting that side stick for a bit, but in that exact position, that would have been super scary for Meg.
I don't think we've really seen one of those side six hit. I can't remember one hit. megd, nice neutral air, gets the GC neutral light off of the bounce. Okay, Luna's throwing out. That had to be the wrong direction. There's no shot he wanted to throw that out to the right when megd was that far on his left side.
Okay, off the top. Now this is, okay, I was like, one of these people have to die of the next recovery, but it happens to be Meg. Luna able to kind of sneak around and get his recovery going. Meg does have a good amount of damage here onto Luna, though. Just has to find that final hit. Downlight recovery, no actual downlight hitting, just the recovery, but, ooh. Okay, hold on, take it down. Oh.
Uh-oh, this is bad. megd doesn't have the gauntlets this time on the edge. You see him disengage immediately. You don't want to fight gauntlets on the edge. megd had a better chance at it when he had the gauntlets previously. You know how just oppressive that neutral air can be on the side. But when he doesn't have those in his hands, he's going to disengage from that situation. Maybe throw that side signature over the edge like he did previously. Now he has gauntlets. He'll go over the wall. If Luna comes in with the guitars, megd's going to be more confident in that matchup.
Oh, okay. Luna been looking for that quite a bit too. I will say that megd has actually got that same combination a couple times as well with the neutral light into the down stake if you're coming back in. You're gonna hit that 2 or 3 times, so that's a nice little damage booster for him. Luna looking for quite a bit here off the stage, but starting to cost him a couple hits here.
megd staring at the score, knowing that he's down 2-0, wants to make it to the top 8 winner's side. One of the first options that we saw. I think the first stock was taken with Inlight GC NSYNC. The last stock was taken with Inlight GC NSYNC. Luna gonna take that 3-0 over megd.
I mean, he handled absolute business there. I mean, there's nothing else you can really say about it. It comes in with the 3-0 clean. Some of the matches were close, and you know, megd was still trying to play his game, trying to play the elusiveness that he normally does, but you cannot run away from Luna. That's exactly what Luna said. I don't care how fast you think you are, I'm faster.
And that shows a level up from Luna. The 3-0 impressive on its own, but if you look at the previous times that they met, mid-season championship, they met 3 times in that tournament, TK. There was a 3-1, a 1-3, and then a 3-2. This time, starts off with a 3-0. 30 in a handshake. megd has an express trip to the elimination bracket. We're gonna throw it over to the analysts.
Wow, what a dominating performance from Luna here. Duke, you must be really excited about this one. I want to hear your thoughts.
I know I was excited. Of course, I had a full faith in Luna, but to take it 3-0 over megd is definitely a little bit of a surprise. I thought megd was going to make this one a little bit closer, but I got to give a lot of credit to Luna, specifically those signatures. I was pointing out his accuracy was incredibly low. It's like 17% accuracy on his signatures, but the way he's doing it is very similar to how people use weapon tosses as this like kind of follow-up thing to just take space. It's relatively safe, this projectile that makes it so your opponent has less directions to go to, and Luna's just throwing out these signatures like candy because he has follow-ups for follow-ups for follow-ups, and that's so incredibly important to just strip away options from a player like megd.
And Flamel, your thoughts about it? Do you agree?